In a move that stunned the nation, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the nephew of President John F. Kennedy, declared his candidacy for the 2024 Democratic presidential nomination. This unexpected turn of events has sent ripples through the political landscape, prompting a flurry of questions and speculation. As the anti-vaccine conspiracy theorist steps into the political arena, he stands as an outsider candidate, a far cry from the mainstream political figures he will be contending with. High-profile candidates such as Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, and Gavin Newsom are already seen by many as the likely contenders for the Democratic nomination. Yet, Kennedy is undeterred. His campaign is not without a sense of purpose. A central tenet of Kennedy's platform is his commitment to end the corrupt merger between state and corporate power. A bold statement indeed, and one that resonates with a growing sentiment among the populace who feel increasingly disillusioned with the status quo. Despite his controversial stance on vaccines, which has resulted in his removal from major social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, Kennedy remains steadfast. His persistence is a testament to his conviction, a quality that, regardless of one's personal views, is undeniably a prerequisite for the highest office in the land. Yet even as Kennedy forges ahead, uncertainty looms over the Democratic Party. President Biden has not yet announced his decision to run for re-election, adding another layer of complexity to an already intriguing political narrative. The announcement has set the stage for a potentially contentious Democratic primary. As we brace ourselves for the unfolding drama, one thing is certain: the road to the 2024 presidential election is paved with intrigue, controversy, and an unprecedented level of suspense. Kennedy's bid for the presidency is not without controversy, largely due to his well-known anti-vaccine views. His outspoken opposition to vaccinations has put him at odds with the medical community and garnered him a reputation as a leading figure in the anti-vaccine movement. Kennedy's anti-vaccine stance isn't just a personal belief, it has led to tangible consequences. Notably, his views have resulted in his removal from social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. These platforms have strict policies against misinformation, particularly medical misinformation, which they deemed Kennedy had violated. The removal from these platforms is a significant setback, as they serve as crucial tools for reaching out to voters and disseminating campaign messages. The controversy doesn't end with social media bans. Kennedy's anti-vaccine position has also led to criticism from those closest to him, his own family. Members of the Kennedy clan, a family synonymous with public service and political involvement, have publicly expressed their disapproval of his views on vaccines. His sisters, Carrie Kennedy and Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, have been particularly vocal, openly stating that they do not support his presidential bid due to his anti-vaccine stance. Kennedy's anti-vaccine views have also led to the spread of disinformation about COVID-19, a global pandemic that has claimed millions of lives worldwide. His organization, Children's Health Defense, has been a key vehicle for disseminating this disinformation. This has only further fueled the criticism and controversy surrounding his presidential bid. Despite the backlash, Kennedy remains steadfast in his beliefs, maintaining that his main priority is to end the corrupt merger between state and corporate power. Whether one agrees or disagrees with his stance, it is clear that his controversial views on vaccines have added an unexpected twist to the 2024 presidential race. His controversial stance on vaccines has certainly made his presidential bid a hot topic of discussion. The Kennedy family, a political dynasty, finds itself divided over Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s presidential bid. This iconic family, who has always been known for its unity and shared political aspirations, is now facing an internal rift that has caught the attention of the nation. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., a prominent figure in the anti-vaccine movement, has announced his intention to run for the Democratic presidential nomination in 2024. However, his controversial stance on vaccines has led to a significant divide within his own family. His sisters, Carrie Kennedy and Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, along with several other relatives, have publicly expressed their lack of support for his candidacy. They've cited his active role in spreading vaccine misinformation as the primary reason behind their decision. Interestingly, this family division is not just limited to his siblings. His niece, too, has joined the chorus of Kennedys distancing themselves from his views on vaccines. They've voiced their concerns about the potential harm his misinformation could cause to public health, especially in these challenging times when vaccines are playing a crucial role in battling the global pandemic. In spite of this lack of support from his immediate family, it's worth noting that several of Kennedy's children and grandchildren were present at his campaign launch. Their attendance signifies that even within this political family, there are differing opinions and viewpoints. It showcases that familial ties do not necessarily equate to ideological alignment, especially when it comes to matters of public health and governance. All these developments point to a fascinating dynamic within the Kennedy family. The unity they once displayed seems to be giving way to a more complex interplay of personal beliefs and political ambitions. It's a reminder that even within the most powerful families, there can be differences of opinion on critical issues. This internal family conflict has added another layer of complexity to Kennedy's presidential run. It remains to be seen how this will impact his campaign and whether it will influence public perception of his suitability for the highest office in the land. In a surprising turn of events, Twitter co-founder and former CEO Jack Dorsey has expressed support for Kennedy's 2024 presidential run. This unexpected backing has certainly added a new dimension to the already complex political landscape. Known for his innovative approaches and disruptive ideas in the tech world, Dorsey's endorsement of Kennedy, a controversial figure himself, perhaps shouldn't come as a total shock. Dorsey, who stepped down as Twitter's CEO in 2021, remains an influential figure in the tech industry. His endorsement of Kennedy not only brings attention to the presidential hopeful, but also sparks a conversation regarding the intersection of technology and politics. Dorsey's support, however, has not been without its critics. A notable source of criticism comes from within Kennedy's own family. Despite the familial connections, Kennedy's relatives have been vocal in their disagreement with his anti-vaccine stance, and Dorsey's endorsement of such views has not gone unnoticed. The divide between personal beliefs, family loyalty, and public responsibility has never been more apparent. Yet, it's not just Dorsey who has shown an interest in the political sphere. Other tech moguls like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel have also dipped their toes in the political waters. Whether it's contributing to campaign funds, voicing opinions on social issues, or even hinting at their own political ambitions, these tech titans are increasingly using their platforms to influence the political discourse. However, as these tech giants entwine themselves more deeply in the political fabric, it raises questions about the role and influence of technology in our political systems. It's a topic that warrants further exploration, but for now, the focus remains on Kennedy's presidential bid and the unexpected support he's garnering. The tech world's involvement in politics continues to grow, with Dorsey's endorsement as the latest example. With the stage set, the road to the 2024 presidential election promises to be an intriguing journey. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has certainly shaken things up with his decision to throw his hat in the ring. This isn't a typical candidacy. This is a man who's made his name as a staunch anti-vaccine advocate, a position that's caused considerable controversy and even led to his removal from social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. His stand against vaccines hasn't just raised eyebrows in the public, it's also caused a rift within his own family. Notably, his sisters, Carrie Kennedy and Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, have made it clear they won't be supporting his bid for the nomination. They're not alone. Other members of the Kennedy dynasty have also distanced themselves from his views and his presidential aspirations. Yet, despite the controversy and the lack of familial support, Kennedy's candidacy isn't without backers. Jack Dorsey, co-founder of Twitter and CEO of Block, has voiced his support for Kennedy. This unexpected endorsement from a major figure in the tech industry has added another layer of intrigue to an already fascinating race. What does this all mean for the upcoming election? It's still early days, but one thing is clear. Kennedy's bid for the presidency is set to be anything but conventional. His anti-vaccine stance, the discord within his family, and the endorsement from Dorsey are all factors that could have a significant impact on his campaign and the wider race. As the race heats up, all eyes are on Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and his unconventional bid for the presidency. The road ahead is uncertain, but it's sure to be a journey worth watching.